Hello there, and welcome to Hammerman for today, January the 9th. We are coming at you with Stage 1 as always, but I've got a very exciting, I guess, technically it's important due to the video and stuff, but very exciting announcement. I have finally burnt my blue. That's right, I crumbled them, and I dropped some more offensive statues. We took a crack at choke point, and I can't say necessarily we took a crack at it because we kicked its butt and laughed over the fact, but yeah, like rolling through the choke, it definitely takes a little more oomph to get through everything. So I had to dump the blue in order to drop some troop damage because my MP kind of sucks. Also, yeah, there was a bit of a glitch in the recording, and if you noticed it, I apologize. It's not a big deal. Nothing important actually disappeared. It was just the, I guess, like the hot pot going back and forth, melting people's faces, spraying the cheese all over everybody's mouth. So anyways, yes, this is my first Hammerman that I am experiencing sans blues, and like my blues were never particularly good. Like they were okay, I guess, like 30%. I didn't even have 30% health, you know what I mean? Like it was 28. Ooh. But yeah, having that 30% health and 30% damage, I never really appreciated how intense that is until now, and now I'm just like absolutely blown away. I was like, holy smokes, because the last handful of Hammermans, since I've been dropping the Hot Pocket, really, I have had absolutely no problems just kind of blasting through. Definitely Stage 6. Stage 7 a couple of times has been like, oh, we gotta, play with this, and we gotta change this, and we gotta do that. And, Stage 7 might have gotten a little tricky, but all the other stages were just cakewalks, really. And I was kind of expecting that sort of scenario with no blue. I just figured, oh, okay, like, it'll be a little harder. I'll just have to, maybe reposition Stage 6 so that buildings that get barraged aren't around things. Or like, I did not expect what ended up coming my way. So we're going to get to that, because right now we are looking at Stage 4, and I kind of, I changed it up because I saw the Grenadiers. It turns out the Grenadiers are the last thing to come out, so I really could have just left my normal base, and I probably would have done this defense a lot better, but I was like, oh, there's Grenadiers, I gotta switch over to the ham sandwich. Yeah, no. Turns out not so much. Also, I realized, like, towards the end of the attack, oh, hey look, I've got a hot pocket in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. So, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, this is really like Stage 4 without prototypes. And I get, like, the last couple kind of, get fried by the hot pocket. But if you look at, like, all the okay, well, there's not that many defenses. Maybe we would have been able to pull it off, maybe not. But I feel like 4 is pretty solid with no prototypes. And then I loaded up 5, and I realized as Stage 5 kind of marched through, oh crud, I forgot the Hot Pocket down in the bottom corner. So Stage 5 is kind of a no prototype, no ice defense as well. Admittedly, the Hot Pocket kind of does get activated a little further on in the attack, just because this is actually my second attempt at doing this video, but the first time I started recording the commentary, I forgot, to turn on the audio, which turns out commentary without audio, really kind of weird. Yeah, unless you can read lips, in which case, it was awesome. Yeah, no. I don't even know where I was at. I was so frazzled by how crazy stages 6 and 7 were, and how much I miss my ice already, that I don't even know what was going on. I don't even know. So anyways, stage 5, as you can see, like, I guess the hot pot does kind of get involved, but I feel like 50-50 tops. So we'll move on to stage 6, which is where things got interesting. And when I say things got interesting, like, I had to work it to get stage 6 down. It impressed me at how difficult stage 6 really was. And as you can see, I have a clump of glowing blue buildings over there. Yeah, the reason for that is I had to drop a damage amp. That's right. So I was rolling through with the Hot Pocket, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is cool, everything's fine, yay, everybody's happy. And stage 6 just kicked my butt left and right, and I decided, you know what? I need to up my game. So I cooked up a damage amp. I want to say it was level 2? It's definitely not a max damage amp. I can't remember exactly which level, but it was a lower level. We'll say yeah, it's a 2. I'm pretty sure it's a 2. And what's really kind of fun is the Hot Pocket, with its dying breath, is basically able to lure a bunch of grenadiers in and just cook them, which is fantastic because our damage amped little cluster of awesome over there is able to then just melt the grenadiers with no remorse. Maybe with some remorse. I don't know. I'm not a gunner. I'm not going to judge. And while that happens, everything else really from this level just kind of coasts around on the right-hand side, doing what it does. What's really nice is, like, the heavies end up way over down in the very corner. So while they're kind of sucked off and not in the way, the rocket launchers are able to just slowly pick away at all of the goo in behind the heavies. And in this case, it was like grenadiers and riflemen and Zookas and all kinds of good things. So they're able to just kind of peck away at what is remaining, along with the, I got some sniper towers and some boom cannons and all kinds of things in there, just kind of shooting stuff up. And, of course, the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher being, the superstar. Well, I guess technically the damage amp is the superstar, but, like, let's not get into this. Semantics. So, the rocket launcher is able to finish off the grenadiers, but there are 2 Zookas that somehow ended up inside the safe zone of the rocket launcher, and it just turns into, like, this incredibly long, drawn-out, like, 2 Zookas versus the world. Like, it could be turned into, a movie clip, like, Monday, 2 Zookas, 1 HQ. What will happen? I don't know. Movie guy voice. Or Batman, I don't know. All of my impersonations end up sounding the same, like, I'm Batman. And movie guy, they kind of sound the same, right? Anyways, so eventually stage 6 kind of kills itself off because they don't have the ability to take out the HQ, and then we move on over to stage 7, which also was incredibly nasty. And like, I went as far as, like, I had a map clear in between because I was just like, oh no, it's time for the op, and we've got to do things, we got to do this, and we got to do that, and oh my gosh. And, like, I was just like, alright, whatever, I'll do a map clear. So hopefully people were scouting me, being like, what the heck? Because for most people, I'd imagine they don't have the Hammermans yet. I'm lucky enough that I do, and I'm thinking, I could really mess some people up, and thus make me laugh. So, same sort of of layout with the Stage 7. Basically, we've got the clump with the rocket launchers and some, boom cannons and the shock launchers and stuff over in the center. And then over on the right, I have the damage amped up Hot Pocket, machine guns, and flamethrowers, like normal flamethrowers, just because that chews up all of the Riflemen in the beginning of the attack, which strips away all the defensive, as you can see right now, the Zookas, because my rocket launchers just kind of sit there as they coast around behind the heavies. Again, the heavies getting sucked over into the corner, leaving all of these nice gooey high damage troops wide open. And I kind of threw a boom cannon out into the middle of nowhere because I thought it was getting barraged, and it turns out it was probably the building next to it. It wasn't that boom cannon. But it turns out really nicely because the few heavies that do make it this far end up getting blown away by, well, some of them get blown away by that boom cannon that's just kind of awkwardly out in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, guys, this kind of finishes itself out. We end up with a win. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.